Hello, this is Nilap from Mindful Trader, and this is my first video on my analysis for GBPJPY for the second week of September. And I will also be going over the large bull move that happened in the first week of September on NFP week. Usually NFP week is kind of slow. The moves kind of happen later during the week near NFP time, so price has time to set up for it. But this time we actually did see a quite large bull move exceeding, I believe, almost 530 pips, which is an incredible week on GJ. Because we saw the past over 2 weeks, it was a bit of consolidation. Intraday, if you were scalping, it was perfect moves. Let me just start off by going over how I trade and how I look at this pair. This is the only pair that I trade. I traded during the times of pre-London and London session. That is when I believe it moves the most. It sets up for the major moves during that time, continues out in New York session. So I trade, I'm from Canada. I trade at 1 a.m. to around 5:30 a.m. Eastern time. So 3 a.m. is London open. I get on charts around 2 hours before to start watching how price will react to these levels and whatnot. So we saw that the market opened over here. Price opened with a bear gap, which was quickly filled before pre-London, and then pre-London and London continued into a bearish move with the momentum, which overall we were led back down to 126.800, which is a daily and weekly level, a very strong level because we did find support here after a strong rally down. And on the weekly time frame, it is also a very evident level. So once we knew that this level, we were approaching this level, I would have dropped down to lower time frames and started watching for any rejection because we have previously rejected it. Remember, you're following price, you're not trying to predict it. We saw clear rejection, move up, lower high, higher low, and we had a straight move up. This move, it also aligned with fundamental bias because Brexit was rumors of Brexit being delayed, which is now certain, and no deal Brexit will no longer be happening on October 31st as of now, as of so far actually. So I got this bias from one of my friends who runs a fundamental macroeconomics group called Capital Hungry. His name is Jeevan. He's a very great economic analyst, and he dumbs it down and puts it in technical analysis, very easy for the everyday trader to follow. He did predict GBP will be having a bull rally this week because of the news reports that were coming out, and that is exactly what happened. Price came down to grab liquidity at this level, and we had a strong move up. It's very clear on the weekly time frame. That move down was just a liquidity wick, and then the actual body of the candle form. Same thing happened in November 2016. Move down. We had a move down, created a wick, and then a strong move up. So now what we could expect for next week, we know that weekly close extremely bullish. There is a lot of room to go up. Daily, I don't see a solid level until 132.800. 4 hour, I would be watching 132. If this breaks, it should lead us to 132.800. Or remember how weekly has had to create a liquidity wick. What could happen is 4 hour intraday price comes down to 130.5. And by the way, all of these levels that I use are psychological levels that work very well with GJ. So anything 0.800, 0.00, 0.500, and 0.200. Move down here maybe, or even 130. They're both valid supports. I don't have any bearish bias as of now because no fundamentals are aligning with it. I do see GBP relief for a while. So I would watch for these levels before price continues up. If we do have proper rejection here, creation of higher lows and lower time frames, I would be looking to enter buys. My first target would be 132 0.800 up here. We'll have to see how price reacts at that level before maybe getting up further relief up. But as of right now, I have my eyes set out on these two levels. If we do get up to 132.800 and you're a scalper, this is a very good level to look for sells. You can easily get at least 30 to 50 pips on those at this level. So yeah, my bias is any break of this will also lead us up. Like I said, Boris Johnson no deal Brexit is not looking likely by October 31st. So I do have hopes for Brexit relief, GBP relief right now. Further moves up happening because this is a very strong move. It has overtaken the past price data from the past 2 weeks. It is quite strong, and I don't like. There's no fundamental bias towards sells currently. Maybe later on when Britain does leave the EU, we'll set up for sells. But as of right now, this has clear bull move printed on it. I started adding fundamentals into my analysis after I realized how impactful fundamental analysis is and how price will move towards technical levels, but will moreover be fueled by the fundamental and macroeconomics going on worldwide. You can check out my friend's group. It's called Capital Hungry, and he does have a free group with around 1,800 members who get daily updates. And he does offer a private group with more more aggressive content, about 200 messages being pumped in and out of that private chat every day. Amazing group, changed my whole view on technicals. So yeah, I do inline that, and by that I can say not only based off technicals does this look up, but fundamentally it is also looking clearly up. So yeah, just watch out for 130.500 and 130, and I'll see you next week. I hope you guys found this video useful. I will be going in more depth on how I trade these levels and what to look for during London, New York, and how to execute to get the best of the best entries to reduce your drawdown and to get a maximized risk reward ratio, because at the end of the day, all that matters is your risk is perfect and your risk reward ratio is high enough for you to be profitable no matter what losses you take. I'm glad you liked this video. Leave a comment if you have any questions, and I'll be following up with them. Thank you. New videos every Sunday.